Hi everyone, welcome to my coaching channel. Today we're going to be talking about the relationship building domain and all of the 9 themes that live within it. And for those of you who are just joining us on this video series, we actually have the 3 other domains above. Feel free to check it out. The themes that live within this relationship building domain are all about the people. These are the folks who are nurturers, they're encouragers, and they really care about others. We have 9 themes to learn more about today in this domain. At the beginning, we have adaptability. Adaptability is all about going with the flow and being flexible. Folks with this strength are really able to handle changes and challenges because they care so much about the present moment of whoever is around them. Those who lead with adaptability are great listeners. They're the kind of people who are going to sit with you during times of joy and celebration and to times of frustration and sadness. Those with adaptability are steady and reliable. And one way this shows up in the real world is unfortunately during a time of a layoff. Those with adaptability are able to be the stable person when folks are thinking about the ones they've lost in their organization, or if they're impacted by the layoff, they're the one who accepts it and realizes, you know what, I can control myself. I'm going to ride out this flow and make it happen. Folks who lead with connectedness have a strong conviction that everything in life happens for a reason. They believe that the people they meet, the events they partake in, and the meaningful moments they share all matter and are interconnected to one another. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Those who lead with connectedness are able to weave patterns between ideas and people and values. They are able to be that thread that interconnects everybody to a common goal or purpose. This might show up in a few ways. Those who lead with connectedness might actually practice a faith, or folks with connectedness might be the ones who are the glue on a team, making sure everyone feels like they belong and matter. For folks who have developer in their top 5 strengths are natural encouragers. They're the ones who are excited by potential and want to help people reach that potential. So whether it's a great idea that someone wants to follow through on, or somebody has a dream they want to achieve, the person with developer is going to work so hard and diligently to invest in that relationship and make sure that person gets what they want and deserve. Developers are often mentors. They're the ones who see what is special about you and make sure that you can amplify that. Another nice thing about developer is that when they are helping someone succeed, they genuinely feel that is their success too. They want to win with you, they want to celebrate with you, and when time gets tough, they're going to be with you there to bring you back up. Next, let's talk about empathy. And let me start by saying that empathy can be definitely misunderstood. It's not about being emotional. And again, there's nothing wrong with being emotional. Emotions are so important to understand, and that is the gift of someone who has empathy. They have the ability to understand and feel what somebody else is going through. They're able to have a sense and a feeling of what's happening in the room or which person might need help. Those with empathy are really good at anticipating needs. For example, if someone with empathy is hosting a conference, they're going to be really intentional with understanding that there should be many water stations so that folks can stay hydrated. For people who have harmony in one of their top 5 strengths, these are folks who spend their energy looking for agreement and consensus. They find it to be more practical and more productive when people can come together and agree on a common solution or at least be on the common ground with an idea. Folks with harmony are not afraid of conflict and they are not conflict avoidant. In fact, they just really care about the relationship still being maintained. They work really hard to make sure people stay connected even during hard times. Next, let's talk about includer. Those who lead with includer invest in relationships to ensure that people feel like they belong and that they matter. They go out of their way to make sure that no one is feeling left out. They're highly aware of who's around them and keep a close eye to make sure that people feel like they're part of the group. Those with includer cast very little judgment and are very accepting of others. How includer can show up is like someone at a party. This person's gonna make sure that anyone standing alone in the corner or just hanging out by the punch bowl isn't feeling too lonely, and they'll actually go up to them, connect with them, and make sure they join in on the fun. On the corporate side of things, includer might show up as a project manager, making sure that there are different translations of a document in a variety of languages to make sure everyone across the globe on their team has access to the information. Those who lead with individualization in their top 5 strengths are able to see each and every individual for exactly who they are. They are able to meet each person and see what stands out and what is special about them. Folks with individualization are able to remember specific facts and hobbies about a person and even the skills they excel in. An example of how individualization might show up is how a person is running a mentorship program. They're able to pair off people perfectly to ensure they have a great relationship throughout the program. Next, let's talk about positivity. Those who lead with positivity have a contagious enthusiasm. They have a very compelling way to get other people around them motivated and excited and inspired. Positivity can show up as humor, as kindness, and even hope. Positivity, for example, can show up when there's a really challenging and hard time at work. Let's say a loss of a loved one or loss of a colleague. Someone with positivity isn't going to run in there and try to be all happy and bubbly. That's not what this strength is about. Positivity is about sitting with the person and allowing hope to take a seat at the table, to say, hey, we can sit with this together, but better times are coming and I'll be right here with you through it. Last but not least, let's talk about Relator. Those who lead with Relator love having close and tight-knit relationships. They really enjoy building relationships that go deep and have a lot of depth and meaning to it. Those with Relator love having long-lasting relationships, and in particular, they really enjoy accomplishing something with that group of friends or with that sense of community. One way that Relator can show up is at work. Someone with Relator, you'll notice that they are the folks who tend to stick with other people in a tight, close relationship, but they succeed together. They know how each other works, they know their skills, their expertise, so they stick together because not only do they thrive together, but they have fun together as well. And with that, my friends, were all of the 9 themes within the relationship building domain. So tell me, what did you think? Do you think you have any of these strengths within your top 5? Tell me more in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it and can't wait to see you in our next video.